Time for this week's CEO's blog. John Dummersey is with me. John, we'll start with last week's conference. Very successful.
It certainly was, Greg. How do you base that? How do you mark it? What's the KPIs? I think the biggest KPI on it is nobody went to sleep. Sometimes in these sort of conferences, they drag on for a day and a half and people lose interest and nod off, but certainly not on this occasion. It opened with a bang with Lyle Gorman and just moved on through.
There were some fantastic speakers. You mentioned Lyle. Denise Martin was another good one, and there was plenty of interest right throughout that first and into the second day.
Yes, and two important aspects of the day, or the 2 days, was we had the integrity presentation by Detective Paul King from the New South Wales Police, and he spoke about the past and he spoke about the future aspects or troubles that we can face if we don't look after the integrity department. And then also we had others that just kept going. Heather Neal from the RSPCA. People should listen. Now, they may have a different view to the general run-of-the-mill harness racing person, but you should always listen and adapt if you need to adapt for what the modern society expects from people who love their horses, and most people in harness racing certainly do.
There will be copies of the speeches going out to each of the delegates, and we'll also make that available on Trots TV, some of the sections of the individual talks. So it's something for people who weren't able to get there to have a look at.
Certainly. We said to all attendees that they'll get a copy of the full day and a half. Now, on a cold, rainy Sunday afternoon we'll make it, when you've got nothing else to do, well, you'll be able to watch the conference over and over again. It'll probably remove the Ribbon of Light as the greatest hit on a winter's afternoon.
Now, tax parity, that was part of the conference. You announced the strategies that are going to happen going forward from the extra money. And what's been the feedback from that?
The feedback was very positive, but I think it really had to be positive because the board considered, and the board delivered on what those submissions had in them. There were 8 major points, and each of those major points, in order of priority from the participants, they were delivered on. Now, what we'll do from here on, we will go out and we'll write to the clubs, we'll write to others, and we'll tell them exactly how it works.
So that'll take place over the next couple of weeks, next month or so?
Certainly will. Some issues are more pressing than others, but that'll certainly happen over the week or so.
All right. Dennis de Clausel wraps up at Harness Racing New South Wales?
Yes, Dennis. Now, everybody out there, Dennis has been with us for 50 years. Well, not exactly. He went to Queensland for a little while, and Maroon started winning, so he came back to New South Wales to try to pick us up. Well, the time has come. Dennis is 70. He's been a loyal servant to the harness racing industry. We wish him all the best in his retirement. Like, we're also losing you, Greg. You're leaving, but you're going to a better place. You're going to make sure harness racing stays on Sky 1, doesn't get flicked to Sky 2 for just the most ridiculous reasons. Like, I must say, I apologise to all the harness racing people that were watching Sky Channel on the weekend. I shouldn't have to apologise for Sky Channel, but the way we were treated with the Len Smith Mile was just something that bothers us, and we will certainly be talking to Sky about that.
Okay, well, John, it's been a pleasure speaking with you this week and right throughout the CEO's blogs, and we'll look forward to Amanda's version and edition of it next week. I'm
not sure what we're going to do without you, because I found it, Greg, really a lot of fun, actually. The 14th take, the 15th take, and that's only the mistakes you make. Like the 17th take, the 30th take, the mistakes I make. But anyway, Greg, well done for what you've done for us, because you have done a hell of a lot for us, and I'm sure you can do more, jokes aside, in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, John.